Hello, Star Watchers. Moon here for announcement time. This is our 3rd anniversary episode. Thank you all so much for coming along with us on this ride. It's amazing that it's been 3 years since our first episode released on March 1st. It is truly such an honor to have you along, and Lo and I both thank you. Corey, voice of Virgil, made some beautiful new art for this episode, but I do recommend waiting until the end of the session before looking at it, just so that you know why there is new art. Couple of other important announcements. The first one is we're going to do another cast Q&A soon, so please feel free to leave your questions in the Discord group. And finally, I wanted to give you all a heads up that in the next session, the Fools are going to be saying a goodbye to Ox, as Justice has to step away from recording the podcast just due to the busyness of life. We're hoping to have him back here and then for a session, and he will definitely be around for things like one-shots and the Q&A and stuff like that. And though you may not hear his voice as often for the rest of this journey, Ox will always be a fool just like the rest of them. And of course, I only say that with love. Hey, it's your narrator speaking. Thank you so much for listening to Spare the Crying. A special thanks to our starlights and starcatchers on Patreon. Sky, I Like Rocks Like a Lot, Dresden, Jesper, The Golden Jabber, Fairy Princeton, Julian, Jeffrey, Seth, River, and Helena. Your support means more than we can say, and I hope you enjoy this story.
When Ko was elected as Commander-in-Chief of the Candlelights Division up there in the Phoenix's Island, no one was surprised. Ko was known for being brave, but not to the point of foolishness, and that's important. He attacked when it was right and fell back when it was right. And the work called him away time and time again. His husband watched from the station as he traveled to islands far off and wished him well and waited and hoped he would return. And he returned, and he returned, and he returned. He always returned. You understand? Maybe not. Who the hell am I kidding? Of course you don't. You do like to run away, don't you? You're all standing in a glade, much like the one you were in a moment ago, finding solace from the fiery storm that raged and then began to quiet, smoldering just outside, burning hungrily for you. But Keenan, you know something shifted, or maybe I should say that you shifted something. The stars are shining different here. The smell of smoke is gone. And Lo looks to you all with a new clarity. Things she told stories about you.
What do you mean?
Lo sits down in the flowers and pats them in a motion that is kind of familiar. You saw him doing this at the shore of this pond in that vision last time you were here.
Kian sits real close, like a little kid listening to a story.
You all sit down?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember how the stories went, always. But you're all familiar. Falcon. They nod their head to you, or tip their hat. You don't need me to tell them. You got yourselves, don't you?
Kian's face falls for just a split second when Lo calls them that. Sort of looks back to Lo in confusion. But I don't think we ever met her. What's her name?
No, you didn't meet her. She was good at understanding things. She listened real close. So she knew you. In her way. Like she could read the stars.
Didn't answer my question. Sorry, I'll lock in just a moment. I'm still stuck on the past tense of that intro.
For a moment, they just look out over the little meadow of flowers and the water, and then back to you all, and their head turns to the side. What are you doing here?
Where's here exactly?
Lo looks back again at the surroundings, and his ears go back a little bit, thoughtfully. I rest here sometimes. I got lost. But I can always come back here.
Do you know where you're trying to go, or where you got lost from?
I'm going where the wind takes me. They look to Kian and give you a small smile. I'm going everywhere. Or I was.
Until?
Till I got lost.
In what way? How does one get lost if you don't have a specific destination?
Lost the road.
Lost the ley lines?
Low nods.
Did that happen recently? Because we've been trying to talk to you, but it's been a lot harder recently.
They look to their jacket and like lift up their arm a bit. They're twirling the fringe around their hand and they absently nod.
So,
Genius.
let's.
I'm trying to think of timing wise, like big things that happened right before we had trouble talking to Lo, and
It was the devil.
Yeah, that's where my line. Don't even worry about it. I got you.
it also happened after the Falcon died.
So, maybe you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. Getting the sense of perhaps the new ley line bullshit that the devil is trying to pull is not actually new ley lines, but shifting them around.
He freezes and his attention turns to you. I don't know. I don't know most things.
It's okay. It's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Arguably, there's a lot of things that, well, all of us don't know. We each have our specialties.
It's pretty hard to know all the things anyway.
Probably impossible.
You can stay here as long as you like.
Thank you. I don't know if where we are going aligns with wherever you were trying to go, but if we can help you, we would like to. We might be going south and a little ways east if you want to come with us.
I can't walk the same roads as you.
Are you usually here when we can't find you?
Sometimes.
Don't really understand exactly what I did, but I think I could do it again.
I like company.
We would be glad to stay here for a little while at least. Get some rest.
Maybe it'll give a chance for the fire to die down a little bit out there.
Yeah, we'll see.
It wouldn't be bad to light a small fire here, would it? Like a campfire.
Lo points over to the west of the water, and you see there's a small clearing there. A single stump. It looks like it was once a very large tree, and the remnants of a campfire.
Was that stump there on our side of the veil?
Can we see dawning at all? Like,
On your side, there is a tree there. It's a little bit further out from the rest of the pine, so it does stand out in your memories. Oh yes, there was a tree there, but it is smaller than this trunk, than this stump would imply used to be there.
Okay, so on our side there is a living tree.
Yes.
Okay, like younger.
Yes.
Okay.
it's
Interesting.
smaller.
Yes.
The living tree is smaller.
Yes.
Oh. Where the fuck are we?
And the next difference I think you would notice, if it hasn't really hit you yet, is that the sky is brighter with stars. There are more than you are accustomed to. It looks very much like the skies of the Feywilds, of the Rusalka's Feywilds. Kian, especially you recognize these stars. and that strange color around the North Star that reminded you of Lachlan's eyes. As you watch, it also looks like the stars are moving slowly. They're not shooting across the sky, but it's almost like you are seeing yourself rotate beneath them. They leave the faintest hint of a trail behind them.
Is the falcon in the sky?
No, the falcon is not in the sky. When you glance behind you in the direction that you would see the lights of dawning faintly in the distance, glowing above the treetops, you just see more trees, more night, and of course more stars. In the distance, faintly, you can hear the sound of a train.
What the fuck does that mean?
There's Big Stump now.
Back where
Where
we came
we
from
were,
in
there
our
was
world.
skinny tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the stars are more
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's no falcon.
But no falcon.
She right there.
Cool. Keen will go over to make a little fire to rest by. I think there's definitely a little bit of fear about this fire as they look around. She's very careful as she's setting up this fire and hesitant, looking around for any sign that the phoenix could be peeking through this veil. But, well, she does cast Detect Magic.
This is a magical place, so it is in the air around you. And of course, the typical magical items that you all have, you don't see anything unexpected.
They will set up things to cast Find Familiar again, but it seems like we're settling here for a bit and are in no rush to get to that.
If Henry could get to Kian before they start off with the Find Familiar, which I know takes a while, briefly as they're settling down. Kian, by chance, I believe it was you who was keeping remember when we found all of those star charts? You still have them?
I should... Well, wait.
I don't think
Shit.
we gave all of them to Vane.
We might have.
We did give a lot of it away, and I know that I said there was like one or two things that we kept, and I think it was...
Because we pretty much just dumped the bag out.
we were kind of being like just giving the devil research, so if that is true, then we would have the star charts from the Falcon place and the vampire book, which is what Keen would have kept separately.
I think you gave Navane some of the star charts at least.
On returning from Frida,
Yeah.
we gave him something.
Keen...
But I don't think you gave all of them.
No,
Yeah.
Keen
No,
would
that's
have...
what I mean, because you weren't in that meeting. So you
Yeah,
were like
and
off
Kian
faking your
wanted-
death, and you had some things on you.
Yeah,
Keen
Henry...
wanted the Falcon books. Keen would have copied some of the star chart stuff. That was things that Keen was interested in keeping.
I think it's
So-
realistic that you would have copied the star charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
On the
had a
train on
long
the way
train
there.
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keen was like, vampires, star chart.
Yes.
Also, if this is relevant, Kirit has mycology books from Havens and a book with sketches of the coins and the eggs. I've noted it.
Yeah, I still have some of those slot machine coins.
Yeah.
I took quite a few. It's the only thing I have.
Okay. I've got some copies of things. They'll dig through their bag. They look different, don't they? Here.
Yes, that was sort of my thought. Not necessarily thinking that those were... I'm curious to see. I mean, I took note that the falcon is missing, so... Curious if maybe it's possible to discern if anything else is absent.
If this will help. And Keen will pass over the pile of notes and scribbled things.
They were related... Like, they map pretty well to the sky in our world,
Yes.
right? Is there any remnant of our sky in this sky? Condensed version of Henry's question is, for comparing these star charts to the sky, how is this, how are they different? Or, perhaps more importantly, are there any similarities between them? Are there parts of our sky in this sky, parts of this sky in ours, etc.?
You look up at the sky above you, and it seems fairly pointless to even attempt doing this. because the sky above you is scattered with so many stars that it's hard to differentiate. You know, when you look at your map in your hands and up at the sky, like, yes, you see a star where you think it makes sense, but you also see one right next to it, right next to it, right next to it. But as you start to focus and crane your neck, look up and look back down and look up and grow a little more frustrated, you start to notice that there are some stars that stop moving. You know, they lose that trail behind them that the others have, that faint trail. And when you compare again, it is matching the star chart in your hand. And they are in the correct position to very easily compare as you look at your map and up again. The other stars around them continue to make their slow descent towards the horizon, but those just remain there. They seem to match up pretty perfectly, except, of course, the falcon that is missing and the North Star that is a strange color. And then there are a couple of holes here and there as you continue to look at the less familiar stars, perhaps, than the ones that have been on your mind lately.
I'm going to be difficult. Are any of the missing stars named?
One is from the constellation of the Hunter. It is the hand of the Hunter.
Scar.
One is from the constellation of the Dagger. It looks like it is the hilt. That's what people consider like the gem of the Dagger constellation. The stars that are in the center.
From the
I know
Fulls.
they're months. Well, because they have a constellation for each month.
Secretly, I'm asking this to cross-reference.
Henry's the dagger, Scar's the hunter. Interesting.
Of course, the falcon. One is the ring. That's the star on the lover's hands constellation, again, that you are familiar with.
Rowan's.
Yeah, but not the sour.
But you didn't
Which
have
would have been.
fucking Asmar in you before.
Well, you don't know.
Those are the missing ones you find.
Interesting.
Wait, is Kian's birthday in the month of the Falcon?
Mm-hmm.
When Virgil was... and Rowan, I guess. Because Rowan assisted us when we did that, like, puzzle to unlock the very first... I don't know what to call them. Research facility?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Rowan a C or a star? What was his government?
Rowan
sign?
was a C,
Yeah,
but
but Virgil was a star.
it was after the
Asamaraning.
of Virgil.
It's all celestial connections, because your thing, was it that you, like, made a deal with Celestial, like the Phoenix? Is that your celestial connection?
Great question. Yeah. I was like, because I keep thinking about Umbra being like, do you have celestials in your bloodline?
Yeah.
This is totally relevant. Like, just a random question.
What are you? Just asking.
Yeah, I don't know. And all of the stars that are on the star chart, they're all stationary, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were not stationary before, but as you start trying to compare the map to the sky, they become stationary. They stop moving.
To my recollection, some stars move and some don't.
Yes.
They're not, in our world, typically the ones that are stationary.
They are typically stationary, yes. But here in this place, there is a constant rotation, it seems, above of stars.
We jumped space and time, dude. I don't know where or when we are.
Yeah.
What did you do to us?
I'm just wondering if the oceaning made all of the stars stay still and lock them in place.
Ooh. Actually, can Kirit step just outside of what he thinks are the borders of this little haven and see if it feels like the ocean that he's used to?
You step right outside the ring of trees, and you are plunged into darkness. It doesn't feel like the oceans. You don't feel the weight of the air increase on you, but you're blinded.
Can we see Garrett?
No.
Garrett?
You should come back.
Yeah. He'll try and I imagine he could just step
Yes.
a couple steps.
Yes.
Are you okay? You sort of just vanished.
Yeah, I wanted to check if it was, I couldn't see out there at all.
to clarify, is it that, like, what we see stops at about that point and is just black? Or can we see, like, trees and stuff beyond?
It fades into shadow.
Okay.
Kian's gonna take off their glasses, take a step into the shadow.
And you are plunged into blackness.
This
You
is
should come back.
Maybe let's stop fucking around with this place. Virgil just reaches into the darkness and scruffs Kian and pulls her back in.
What's the moon situation right now?
You cannot see the moons. It's not necessarily strange. You are in this slight dip in the landscape, so you can see a good patch of sky above you, but you don't have the entire stretch of it. So whether or not the moons are here, you can't say, but you don't see them.
I'm going to have Henry write down the stars that are missing and make a quick record, aka my notes in real life.
If I may, I would like to now try to fuck around.
Go ahead.
But not
Fuck
with
around,
not
yeah.
with the darkness out there. Virgil will walk over to that massive tree stump and carefully lay a hand across the surface of it. And if you'll allow, I would like to try and have a fucked up vision about it.
Roll your history check.
Okay. Double 19s.
Ooh.
4. That's gonna be really good.
You didn't waste shit.
27.
You place your hand on the tree stump. Feels fairly smooth, well worn, though new growth, new plants are already beginning to creep up the side, creep up the roots that are sticking up above the flowers and the grass. You close your eyes as the glow of your magic fills your mind.
What happened to you?
Feel a hand rest on your shoulder.
If I turn, do I see someone?
Yeah, Lo is standing there. He's walked up to you. It's not always a bad thing.
I know. Do you know what happened? You're here often, yeah?
Cut it down.
You did, or someone else?
Not alone. It's too big.
Your friend? The one you can't quite remember?
Lo nods.
What did you need it for?
Building things.
Did this area used to be more expansive?
Yeah.
Explained why I didn't see any construction.
Sit down.
Yeah, Virgil will sit on the stump.
Henry's been wandering around looking at the sky, but we'll come to sit down on the stump.
Lo sits as well. Their tail swishes a bit. They look towards the fire that Kian has built. You all take your long rest here.
yeah.
Yeah, there is one more thing that Virgil would do as he settles by the fire. Given that we are in another dimension, he will reach into his bag and pull out the bracelet just to check on it. How does the gem look? Is it okay?
There is a dullness to it. It's whole.
Okay.
Lo also immediately turns to look when you take it out from the bag. Their tail swishes again.
Can I get a 5 check? Is it irritation, interest, anger?
The pupils of their eyes grow fairly large. They don't say anything.
Do you know them?
Who?
I don't know. Is it familiar to you? He'll hold up the bracelet just so they can get a better look.
Lo nods and then determinedly looks back to the fire.
While he's holding it, he's very careful not to touch the gem itself. He's handling it explicitly by the bracelet it's embedded in. He'll sit with it for a while and start to cast Identify, just to make sure that if there's anything else affecting it or anything wrong with it, he wants to know.
You just keep thinking about Errol as you cast this spell, and then you think of Ko, as little as you know about them, almost side by side.
Is there any hint of the memory spell that Navain cast on it?
There is something like Modify Memory on it.
He very carefully will wrap it up in a piece of fabric and tuck it back into his bag. I think he also will join Kian in find familiar just to change Blossom back into a lion.
Before long, you have a lion at your side.
He snuggles up with her.
I also, well, two things. I think we talked a little bit about what I'm doing with Find Familiar, but when Kian casts it, if she materializes, what form she takes.
Merrill appears, the familiar form of a falcon, a cream white falcon, and she hops up onto the stump. I think the crow is there too, and she looks at the crow and bats her eyes, and then looks to you, Kian, and bats her eyes and does that thing that she does where she shrugs her wing kind of shyly, and then suddenly around you all, you each hear a sort of poof sound, and there are about 20 pigeons surrounding you all.
What the fuck? Are these all her? Kian, what did you do? Oh god!
Who are these? Who? Miracles, who? Sorry, I'm devolving into an owl.
It's your final form.
Marigold looks at you and bats her eyes again. You see a vision in your mind of the flock of pigeons that she brought with her to Dalen Dimitri's shop. And you look around again, and you do see some familiar markings, some patternings on some of them. One of them has that same kind of mottled feather look to the crown of their head. One of them has almost completely jet black, but this little white star. There's a couple of standout ones.
So these are just normal pigeons.
They give off a faint glow here.
She fucking
In the
changed
same way that
them.
Marigold does.
She made herself a celestial pigeon gang harem.
We have so many pets.
Are they always going to be so cacophonous? It's not very subtle for what we are going to do.
I think you mean cacophonous.
I can't hear myself think.
Lo is looking around with wide eyes
Oh god!
at this crowd around you all, and then raises a hand in a shushing motion to his lips, and the pigeons slowly quiet down.
I'll have to meet all of you later. I don't know what she did. What did you do?
She bats her eyes again and hops up onto your shoulder and nuzzles there. Lo stands up and carefully starts to wade their way through the pigeons. They glance back over their shoulder. Good night. Walk a little bit further away before they just plop down amongst the flowers.
Virgil takes Blossom's head and just holds it in his hands. You're not going to do that, right? Show up with 20 feral cats?
She blinks slowly at you and shakes her head.
Okay. He gives her a kiss on the forehead. Maybe just one would be okay.
You all go to sleep. Kian, you lay down to rest your weary head, and these pigeons just flock around you. It's like you're surrounded by a cloud as they all nestle in the flowers around you. There's an occasional, of course, rustle of the feathers or a quiet little coo, but they remain quiet.
Okay.
And you all get a long rest.
While everyone is laying down to rest, Henry included, he finds himself again looking up at the stars. And without the star chart here and comparing everything, are there any stars that are still stationary, or do they seem to have gone back to moving around?
It seems like they've gone back to moving around, but as soon as you start to try to focus on a specific one, it stops.
For any star, or just
The ones that you know from the star chart.
he doesn't necessarily try to focus on any specific one when he notices that they're not moving. If Henry... Oh, there's only a poetic way to put it. If Henry looks up to the night sky and thinks of himself and tries to find himself in the stars, does anything change?
No, nothing changes.
If he does the same for Virgil...
Nothing changes.
As Virgil is wrapped up in his big wool cloak at Blossom's side, he will just sleepily mutter a sending spell. No idea if it'll work while we're here, but he'll try. He will send to Errol. Sorry for worrying you before. Everyone is fine. We may be going to Enion soon if you are able to meet us there. I have something for you.
Roll a d100.
87.
I am not having fun with this game. What did you do? Stop talking around it. 25 words is enough.
God, I miss him.
You owe me this much, at least. And it stops there.
Okay. He'll recast sending, like a guilty pause later. I might have gotten your gem back. Everyone is okay. And he just stops.
You get silence in return.
Okay.
Is that the last shenanigan people have played here?
I just have an addendum to my alt shenanigan. My third part of his plan was to check for his parents, Henry's parents.
There are two very distant stars, like faint, small pinpricks of light that come to a stop when you think of your parents.
If Virgil tries to meditate, looking at the stars, thinking of the light, does anything happen here in this fucking weird place?
You begin that meditation, and you are shaken from it when you open your eyes. Lo is sitting next to you, and he just shakes his head. Then stands back up and walks back to the slightly trampled patch of flowers and settles back down again.
Fuck. What does that mean? Okay. Yeah, he just burrows into his pile of fabric.
Okay. After you wake up and you find yourself still, surrounded by stars and the dark of night, but you feel rested. Kian, you're the one who brought everyone here.
In the previous night, there was some time as they were up alone while everybody else was still resting, where they tried to open up a connection to their plane again and couldn't, and they sat with that for quite a bit in the middle of the night. But after some rest, they feel a bit anxious as they kind of look around. Do we want to try to go back?
Yes, but we may need to be prepared to run.
I think we should be safe.
Yeah, will you be bringing us back to where we left?
I don't know. Here, hold my hands. And Kian's going to look over to Lo. Do you want to try to come with us? Do you want to try to come with us?
Important question. Who's holding whose hands? Kian to Virgil, to Kirit, to Henry, to Ox.
Yeah. And Kian's about to grab Ox's hand and then looks over to Lo.
Lo's been sitting in their spot looking out over the water again, and they stand up as you prepare to cast, or whatever it is that you call this. They questioningly take Ox's hand and take Kian's hand and complete the circle.
Kian is going to reach for that same feeling, but instead of searching for Lo, they're going to search for the feeling of the haven, the feeling of their home plane.
Again, though the world around you doesn't change all that much at first, you all feel a faint shifting, as if you also leave a trail behind you, like the starlight, and you find yourself back in the glade, or the haven, or whatever you want to call it. The sun is just rising over the trees. You can still see a few stars, the brighter stars in the sky, but as you'd be accustomed to. This sky is the periwinkle of just past dawn. And
Kirit, you can see this faint impression of Lo there. Kian and Ox, you both have one hand disconnected from anyone.
They couldn't make it with us.
I'm not sure it worked all the way. Kirit is gonna wave at Lo to see if they can see.
Lo raises a hand and gives a wave back.
Can you see them?
A bit.
Sort of just speculating here, but maybe it's for the best that they can't just follow us. You know, the whole skies falling thing. Be unfortunate if it were that easy.
Just want to help them get back on track.
Does it still look like there's evidence of the forest fire that raged around here?
There's plenty of evidence of it.
Awesome.
Yes, the forest around you is blackened, and there is a smell of smoke in the air.
Is anything still smoldering?
Yes, it doesn't look like anything's on fire. You don't see flames. You don't see an orange glow of embers, but there is, there are places where the fire was burning hot, and those places still are smoldering a bit in the morning dew.
Okay, well, if we're going to get Delilah and Jacques, let's keep quiet about it. I can turn some people invisible. That will
I can
probably
help.
While this is happening, Henry, you hear a message from Navain. Go as planned. They'll take care of it. Umbra's voice fades away at that.
I understand your meaning, first half. Please, possible, define it.
If possible, when I heard Henry speaking back, that sending, Virtual will just jump in at the end before the magic can fade. Ask what happened with Ko. Is he okay?
Co-dead?
God, Henry,
Oh.
some tact.
I'm just going straight to the point.
You had many more words than that.
That's what you're asking about, isn't it?
They say carry on with your mission as planned. And don't return to Dawning yet. And yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh.
Should have just dragged him with us. Jesus Christ. He had a family!
Thank you for the message. Please make sure, or if you can, let Delilah out. She is good at finding me.
And you don't hear anything back in return.
So, well, I'm glad I asked bluntly, so then Umbra didn't have to say it. It was me, who I'm not.
Virgil just sees the look on Henry's face and turns away.
Virgil, you didn't. It's not your.
It is, Henry, it is.
You can't completely disregard Ko's agency in this.
I could have snuffed the fucking fire, Henry. It's my fault.
No, I'm not going to let you sit here and put all of the blame entirely on yourself. You try, all right? It's not like you knew any of this was going to happen. And listen, if he wanted to go back to face it, it would have been worse if you had dragged him away, and then he would still be here thinking, I don't know, in paranoia, that the Phoenix was going to do something.
How is that
horrible to
worse? He
him.
would be alive. He would be here.
We all let him go.
And he might not have been alive. The fire could have just chased him. I doubt the Phoenix would give up.
I'm not fighting that. None of it would have happened if I had been more careful.
I still think you don't know that.
I knew enough. And he just walks off to the edge of the haven.
Well, at the very least, don't go back to Dawning. That's what Umbra told me.
Let him have a moment.
I will. I just wanted to let him know. I was serious about the not going back to Dawning thing. She also told me that Navain said not to go back to Dawning, to just continue on with our mission.
Where should I have
Jacques meet us?
Can Jacques, you know how sometimes you are a bat?
I'll let him figure out how he wants to get to us.
Does he know that's an option?
Yes, we've been over it at this point. Are we going to try to use the ley lines? What is our plan to get down to Enian?
I could try. I'm not trained.
I think if we contact the devil, we could get help, but I don't want to do that.
No, we're not doing that. Probably if we stick to a major ley line, I could do that.
Yeah, it would be passing through. I'll just show everybody. There's, like, if we take, that was Enosh, but if we go this way, there's another ley line that goes down this way, and then that travels down.
I think it'd be fair for y'all to assume that you're traveling the ley lines.
Not on train, but
Not on
yeah.
train.
Yeah.
Walking the tracks.
Alright. Maybe we can meet, I guess, just outside the southern gate. I think we can be safe enough for that.
I think so too.
Ian will just send a quick message. Things have settled down. Can you meet us by the southern gate in an hour or so? We'll be there as quick as we can.
Alright, I'll be there in an hour or so. Exciting nights. See you soon.
It's one way to say it.
And you all make your way, I assume, around Dawning to get to the southern gate.
Yeah.
You find Jacques waiting for you there with Delilah, who, of course, immediately, whether or not you're invisible or disguised or whatever, knows you, Henry, and you start making your way down south. As you begin your journey, Jacques has this tension. You can tell that it's obvious. He is either not trying to disguise or he's very, very poorly disguising, that he is intensely curious about what exactly went down, but is not asking about it. But as you get some distance from the city, he looks back to all of you.
Wiley wanted me to say thank you and that they understand that they were treated very kindly by you and did not truly deserve it. And that if they can ever help, they are going to try, but unfortunately now he believes that the best idea is that he stays as secret as possible. And
Jacques shrugs.
he did not elaborate on that, and I didn't think it was my place to dig in, but I was very curious. But unfortunately, I don't have much more to report on the matter. Dimitri says, don't be stupid. And Dalen says, they're not going to be stupid. So are we going into the oceans now?
Well, planning to follow a major ley line.
Into the ocean. So, yes. Did you happen to bring the sprouts?
Yes, I did bring the sprouts.
All done, and he reaches into his knapsack and holds them out to you, and they go.
He takes them all. Hi, were you nicer to Dimitri while we were gone?
Yes.
Okay. Inside check. 4.
They are just little plants, wriggle around and talk, so it's, not the easiest.
Yeah.
But Jacques looks at them and back to you and waves his hand back and forth in a kind of motion.
Yeah.
Well, onwards we go.
As you make your way down south, time flies and flows fast around you all. You tread down thin ley lines, traveled ley lines. You ride down old roads in a small world of horizons ahead and steps taken and miles to go. And outside of your tent, the ring of your campfire light, in the warm interior of Sunrise Cafe, nestled in a corner of Dawning, 2 people sit. You don't know their names, you've never met them. But they're there. A
Apparently, Commander Nevane announced their new commander. About time. I'll bet they're feeling the pressure now with somewhere circling in like a vulture. Can we really blame them for taking their time? Losing Ko now must have feel like, I don't know, being punched in one eye when you're stabbed in the other. Well, it sounds like Ko was an idiot anyway. No force could kill the Phoenix, no matter who's leading them. Yeah, still, can't be easy to have everyone turn on you at once. Oh, right, still no news of, young Commander Sterling? No news, no official story as far as I know it. Who knows what the hell is going on? I always suspected something strange about that kid. There's something going on. You seemed entranced enough by him in that uniform. Shut up, that was before the Shepherds were disbanded. That's when things got strange. Personally, I think something happened that they aren't telling us. Maybe Flourish was their scapegoat? I bet Sterling fucked up that mission, or something, and Nevane wanted to save face. He never really looked right after his, recovery. Well, what about now? Maybe Flourish snuck in and killed him. You know what? I believe it. Flourish always had a sour look about him. Jealousy's hard to hide that long. I'm only surprised it didn't happen earlier. In somewhere, the owner of Carnelian Casino, to their partner. Whatever magic that Devil and Donna's working is something special, ain't it? Business hasn't been this good since they first opened that Somewhere Dawn and rail line. The good left or smarts jump on board that train. I heard Safe Trails Travel shut down business. They're pulling out of Octarius entirely. On the new platform of the recently expanded train station in Floxwood. Have you been to Little Somewhere yet? It's incredible. Just like the real place, they say, even the weather. In the dead of night, across the sea. What did this to you? ¿Quién Linus? At the kitchen table, in a small house by the mill, in the island of Willow's Field. No, that name isn't familiar. You've never heard of it. Don't bother visiting, it won't be around much longer. The ticket back will be free. Or you could just not leave. Darling, we gotta get off this island before it's too late. This job is more than a ticket back, it's our ticket out of here. If you make it back at all. Don't talk like that. I'll be fine. We'll be fine. Maybe they will be, but you don't know, do you? You're still in your own world of horizons and miles and steps taken. And the months go by, and the weather grows hot and cool again. The moons rise and fall. About 6 months have passed since you left Dawning. If you reached out to Rowan, Virgil, sometimes he wouldn't message you back at all. The reply would be silent. But if he did say something, it would be a reassurance, a small comment maybe about the weather, something unimportant and kind. That's about as far as he'll go. Kian, you've received plenty of check-ins from Ophelia, as she has insisted that they are going to greet you at the border of Enion with Errol in tow. Errol has been unresponsive to your messages, Virgil.
Keen has spent quite a bit of this 6 months telling Jacques about Ophelia. He has heard many, many stories about their times together.
Is there anything else I should know that you all do during your 6 months of travel?
Yeah, there's a couple things. If I message Nico at all, trying to get a better idea of what's actually happening, does she say anything?
No, she'll openly tell you that she's trying to essentially keep it hidden from anyone. She also tells you she does not want you to mention her to Rowan.
Cool. So anyway, how do the beans grow over 6 months?
Wait, but do you mention her to Rowan, or do you do what she asks? Okay, just making sure.
Rowan's talking about the weather with me. I don't give him anything.
Okay. The beans are doing awesome.
Cool. I think everyone can tell he kind of pours himself into distracting himself over the 6 months. Like with the beans, with drawing, with talking with people.
You even can harvest some beans from the beans.
What the fuck?
It was summer. They grew big and strong.
What
have we been?
happens? What happens if I plant these? Do you know?
Are you asking the beans?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Is it okay to harvest them?
Yes.
Okay.
Enjoy.
They haven't gone through bean puberty yet.
Being man boy.
Yes.
Kira has occasionally been testing his wolf form to see how much control he has over it. Things like trying to turn when they're going to rest for the night, and, if they get into any scrapes.
You do find that it is harder to break out of it. It's like when you call, the form comes running to you, and it's less willing to leave, especially when you get into scrapes here and there on your journey down. But there is more of yourself in the form now than there was before. And at least on this journey, you don't find yourself turning on the people you consider friends.
I think in 6 months, Kian has spent a lot of time getting to know Jacques as they kind of talked about, as his own person. And I think has told him a lot about their childhood and a lot about the people that Kian knew. And I think that there's definitely moments where they will discuss, yes, you did know them too, but they've reached like an understanding of how to talk about the lack of memory. And Kian doesn't really push it anymore. Although I think as they near Enian, there's like a bit more urgency about trying to fish for some memories of Ophelia as she nears, and trying to see through songs and small memories if they can reach anything that Jacques might be starting to remember.
You all have a very musical trip down. Jacques is happy to provide you with accompaniment should you feel lonely on the nights on the road. He almost seems, Kian, shyer than you remember Lachlan ever being. As you discuss all of this, he's a little bit quieter than he was before. But he listens rapt attention to any stories that you'll tell. And you can feel from the intensity of his gaze as he listens that he is taking note of everything you say, carefully and with care. He doesn't talk much about the memories he does have, though they may be short, they may be recent. He seems mostly to just listen to all of you. He asks you all questions about yourself, your stories, and pays equal attention to all of you as he does to Kian, though he's mostly, of course, at Kian's side. Oh, I should also mention, sorry, unrelated to Jacques, Marigold continues to have a rotating sort of accompaniment of friends with her, usually about 3 that will just come and go on this journey. So you're followed both by a falcon, a crow, coyote, a dog, a lion, and 3 pigeons. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so.
I think you got them all.
I think that's
Or
everything.
small zoo.
And sometimes another dog when Kirit is having a hard time changing back.
Yeah. And sometimes a third dog when Kian joins.
Yeah, and there's a Borzoi.
A big one.
Yes.
And on occasion, some bats.
And some bats.
And some bats.
And as you've been getting closer and closer to Enian and meeting with Ophelia and Errol, the quieter Jacques has become. His tail's a little bit twitchier. He jumps a little bit more when people say his name out of the blue. Seems on edge.
Yeah.
Butterboys, what about you? Anything special over that 6 months?
Ox tries to dive back into hobbies and establish routines, I guess, as far as travel goes, of generally trying to do the same thing at the same times every day. He gets back into some writing and drawing, as well as embroidery, and he'll add decorative embroidery to the new vest that he picked up before they left. And he'll also do plenty of rock searching along the way for anything that catches his eye. And I think notably, his sleeping bag gets a little closer to Henry's every night.
Yeah, just a little centimeter each
It's
night.
because when you fall asleep, for the rare times that you fall asleep, the other fools just like roll you closer.
Okian's like,
As you're approaching Enian Ox, your rock pocket is fairly weighed down with still slightly damp garnets that you all were able to find at a river that flows through Enian.
Ox is very excited.
Yeah.
yeah.
What about Henry?
Let's see. He seems, at least at first, at the beginning of the journey, a little distant, which is somewhat unusual since his previous distance has manifested as aloofness. That seemed to be more his go-to. Whereas now it's more, I wouldn't quite say neutral, maybe a little melancholic, but he does, it's relatively obvious that he makes an effort to be around folks still, and is certainly not opposed to Ox slowly scooting. One could even question if these bedrolls, if it was Ox moving them closer, like purely, or if it was Henry also perhaps bridging that gap. Or maybe, there were some other outside helpers, who's to say specifically. But he definitely does talk to Ox during this time. Definitely has his more moments of conversation with Ox that are relatively more personal. Family struggles and your parents, disowning you, how that feels. It's nice to have somebody to talk to, if Ox is okay with this.
Yeah, Ox
Yeah.
is more than fine with that.
He takes up a habit of, hobby of stargazing. Seems to be more interested, since we left Dawning, of longer times when the sun goes down, staring up at the stars themselves. Adds star charts into his notebook that he made.
Kiana's also spends quite a bit of time trying to connect to the Falcon. Almost every night, they both say some words as they hold the stone in their hands. And Jacques definitely knows, the whole story. They do tend to go off to be slightly alone for those moments when they talk. And just try to connect. I'm assuming without much success.
It depends on what success is to you. But you don't manifest another falcon in front of you
Yeah.
or hear another voice besides your own. But you do have quiet moments to yourself, which is not always easy to find on a long journey like this. Is that all?
Actually, I have one. Well, this is a question.
Yes.
But since I haven't asked in a while, and I don't necessarily think so, but I should check towards the end of that 6 months. Well, and I guess kind of throughout the length of the journey, Henry's been less watchful of the curse situation since it seems to have quieted. But has there been any change over that 6-month period?
No. The curse does not seem to be spreading.
Nice.
If we pass through any urban areas, any places where there are people along the ley line, small towns, are there any stray cats that we encounter?
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Yes. You are, if you're I'm assuming that you're keeping your heads down on this journey.
Yeah.
Then certainly when you stop for food or for supplies, you are sticking to the outskirts of these towns and islands, and the forgotten, rejected, and abandoned house cats of these places also spend their time on the outskirts.
As we start to approach Enion, like making the final stretch, I think that Virgil would pick up a scraggly black cat. Clearly a cat that is young and just had a tough go of it and needs some tending to.
In our super. Does it have
Is-
a name?
No, it's not for me.
It is resistant at first to your affections, but it begrudgingly allows you to carry it with you, especially with Henry being able to talk to it.
Yeah. Virgil will assign Blossom to sort of be its minder.
Its mom.
Yeah, to babysit.
Yeah, I think between Henry and Blossom, the kitten, again, quite begrudgingly allows you to take it with you. It's the kind of cat that will not let you touch it without hissing and spitting and scratching, but as soon as you open the pouch of food or whatever it may be, it comes running over.
Yeah, Virgil will respect that and just spend the rest of the trip very diligently working on taming it.
Okay.
That's all for me.
Whenever they're passing through places with a bounty of flowers, Kirit pick one and press it in the back of his spell book. There's a lot of room back there, and he starts collecting them.
I think Virgil sees you doing that and starts copying you. I think it becomes a little ritual that the two of them do.
And this would have been very early on in their journey as they finally catch like their first like breath after traveling in the oceans for a few days in that like high alert and like fear of a new journey. Keen over a campfire one day will just I forgot completely, so much has happened. This is really little, but I did. Well, when I went shopping the other night, I did pick up a few things for everyone. And then things sort of happened, so I forgot about them. And I think Keen will just pull out a couple of very hastily, not even really wrapped little, can you even call them packages of things that he'll pass out to the group. And like Virgil will find just a really nice blue wool scarf, a little leather like, foraging pouch for Kirit, a surprisingly like it's fairly simple but very nice like silk handkerchief with an orchid on it for Henry, and Ox, like it's a very small little sewing kit that has tiny little scissors and lots of little things for patching things up. I don't know, I just thought I went shopping for myself and I couldn't not get things for everyone.
This is very nice, Keen. Thank you. He like immediately puts it on.
I realize I don't even know everybody's birthdays. And we're gonna be traveling around for a long time. So maybe it can be like a new tradition. Little birthday.
Like, this is everyone's birthday now?
Yeah, why not?
Are you saying we all now have today as our birthday?
Like our group birthday.
I think you should just call those commemorations for the specific journey we're on.
So when is my birthday?
You do.
Does Keen know?
What's your birthday?
No, I think Jacques sees the look of panic on your face and then he's like, no, I mean, for one thing, I was joking, but also it was just because, everyone else got the present, and the reason why I did not is because I was with you during the shopping trip, so I wasn't trying to say that you need to tell me my actual birthday. Sorry, it did not land. I'm going to go over here now.
You don't kiss that man.
Hey. Yeah, I think Keen's gonna go up to Jacques. He's just gonna grab his hand. We can make sure that we celebrate your birthday at some point. When do you want it to be?
I mean, if today is everyone's birthday, then it could also be my birthday. But I understand also that I'm sort of not quite in the in-group era exactly, so...
No, it's everyone's birthday, but it could also, if you want a special day to be your birthday.
No, this can be my birthday. I don't need a special birthday.
You know, it can be your birthday. We all actually have our own special, so today can be yours. Take it.
We're donating it, you can't give it back.
That's your gift. Happy birthday.
That is very kind. Thank you.
Virgil hands him the dried flower.
Thank you. This is a much bigger deal than I meant it to be. I swear it was supposed to be a joke. But I do appreciate it.
You can see, like, Keen pulls out a notebook and is, like, writing down the date. Like, trying to calculate the date. There's a bunch of hash marks as it's been kind of messy to figure it all out.
Well, I don't have gifts for all of you, but I could play a song if you want.
I mean, that's usually not how it works on your birthday.
Right.
But
I forgot it was not everyone's birthday.
But it is your birthday, so you can do whatever you want.
I'm going to sing something, so I stop saying anything.
Okay.
and yeah, Jacques does, take out the banjo and doesn't actually sing all that much. Mostly plays, hums along, and celebrates his birthday. Celebrates his birthday by Kian giving all of you gifts. I think you can all tell. He seems pretty pleased by it. Tucks the flower into the little pocket of his shirt next to the forget-me-nots.
once everybody has kind of gone to sleep, Kian will seek Rock out again. I do have something for you, but, well, they reach into their bag and it's Lachlan's banjo. I know you already have yours, so I don't know if you want to replace it.
He reaches out, takes it, stares at it for a moment. I quite like this one, thank you.
I thought we might. Been holding on to it for a while.
Does it have a name?
Her name is Sparrow.
He nods. Thank you.
Of course.
This is the best birthday I've ever had.
I hope we can make it a bit better next year. They'll just get better. That's a promise. Kian gives him a little kiss.
Where are you giving Jacques a little kiss?
I think it was Kian leans in just to give him a little kiss on the cheek.
There's a small poof sound as Jacques turns into a bat. The bat kind of almost tumbles to the ground before its wings lift it again, and it hovers aloft and then circles around your head and flies off a bit before flying back and landing on your shoulder. And you feel a little kiss on your cheek as well. And then it takes off again.
So is that like when your foot pops?
Yeah. He's got embarrassed.
And Kian gets a little kiss and then goes poof and turns into a little bat. And that's the end.
That's the end.
And then finally, one day, you find yourselves in the outskirts of Enian. The land here is rich. Deer will pause to take a look at you before they bound off into the woods. And the ley line here feels secure beneath your feet, especially with Curate at the lead, your prodigy lay seeker. You all have plans to meet Ophelia and Errol. They are still not with the rest of the winds. They are actually traveling, just the two of them right now.
Like without the carriage?
They have what Ophelia has been calling a baby carriage.
Is Orna hitched?
That is the only thing that she will call it if you ask her to elaborate.
It's a baby carriage. It's a baby carriage. I don't understand what you don't understand.
Like a really small carriage, like a baby, like the carriage had a baby.
So you do know that there is apparently a baby carriage or a baby caravan, and it is just Errol and Ophelia traveling for now. The winds, of course, are still working, but she has explained to you, Virgil, that she is sticking with Errol while they take some space away from everyone else. You plan a place to meet them close to the entrance of Enion, a little, of course, off the beaten path. And on the evening of this cold, late autumn, early winter day, snow is very lightly falling around you. It's a dry sort of snow that feels like it might build up if given the chance, given the time. Powdered dusting of it on the trees. The trees down here, though there's pine interspersed, have broad orange leaves that cover you from the snowfall. You pick your way over a half-frozen stream and up the small rise that Ophelia tucked away behind. And in a little clearing, you find a baby carriage.
Now, can you paint us a word
It's a
picture?
baby carriage. I don't know what else you need to know.
Ram?
It's basically just a small, simple caravan. This has none of the, I shouldn't say none. This doesn't have quite as much of the fanciful whimsy that the carriage has. It has been painted along the sides with floral designs that are similar to a lot of the clothes Ophelia wears, the embroidery. As well as some, it's a hodgepodge of color. You'll find some areas are just similar ox to the painting that you received from Errol, just swirls of colors. Some areas are clearly painted with more precision. In the front, there is a large goat hitched to the baby carriage. Beside the large goat, there is a small goat.
Who did none of the work?
Who looks quite pleased and content as she chews away at the grass. Whatever little tufts of it she can find. And Orna looks up as you all approach.
We have a home together.
They U-hauled. They U-hauled here.
Are they hitched to the wagon from what I can see, or are they like kind of grazing loose in front of it?
Orna is hitched to the wagon. Clementine is grazing.
Just let me think she's hitched.
Yeah.
She wears like a little harness, but it's not attached to anything.
Yes.
Incredible.
Correct.
Virgil will break into a jog and then a run up to Orna, throws his arms around her neck, buries his face in her fur, and just sits there for a while.
Ophelia!
Kian?
From the back of the caravan, there's just this heavy, velvety sort of curtain flap covering the tarp from the outside. Ophelia leaps out practically, arms out, and runs over to you, Kian, and leaps again into a hug, almost suffocatingly around your shoulders and neck, before she steps back. Are you all? Hello. Are you all right? I would assume if you weren't, you would have told me. But
Virgil is just not looking at her, he's just buried in her fur, but he does feel that. He feels that was aimed at him.
Welcome to, I guess, the baby carriage. I'm afraid there's not much really to show off. This is the baby carriage, and she points to it.
Fucking missed her.
Is Jacques hiding in the back? Is he a bat?
You turn around to look for Jacques, and do not see him. You all right? Do you need anything? Are you hungry? Are you cold?
Yes.
You... Right. I'll start a fire. Okay. This is just, unfortunately, the baby carriage is just a carriage, so there's not much really for hosting inside. But obviously I have camping kits and things like that, so we can start a fire and you can warm up and we can catch up properly.
Virgil just catches her by the arm gently, when she seems done with her spiral. Is Errol okay? It's okay if they don't want to talk to me or see me, but are they alright?
She softens a bit. Yes, they're all right. They actually wanted to talk to Henry first.
Yeah, whatever he wants.
She looks over to Henry. If you don't mind.
No, not at all. It's just a little surprise. People don't even want to talk to me first.
Yes, all right. Well, your old friend does.
Is he in the baby carriage?
Yes.
Feels somewhat insulting to call it that.
Well, it's... And she looks over at the baby carriage and glares at it. It's disappointing in many ways.
I'll go add one more. Henry will take his ass into the carriage.
Have you been that self-deprecating this whole fucking trip?
This one is for Ophelia. I want to feel better.
Oh, okay. Special just for Ophelia.
Yeah, it's for Ophelia.
She deserves
I
it.
think Ophelia does laugh a little bit. Yeah, you pull back the door to the carriage.
I missed her.
She's so perfect.
There's just enough room for 2 sleeping rolls, a little bit of space in the front where it looks like they have a little tiny burner set up, and a couple small suitcases shoved to the side. Errol is sitting, arms crossed, kind of huddled in a corner, furthest away from you all outside, tapping their foot, sitting with their knees up, to their chest and like tapping their foot. There's not much space in here. They're wearing well, actually, I don't know if Henry was there for this. Ophelia got out like a couple dresses for Kian.
I think it was just Kian and Errol, but I'm sure they did a little parade around the carriage,
Yeah.
as you do.
As you do.
Fashion show.
Yeah. Errol is wearing that red dress that Ophelia took out to show them. And they look kind of uncomfortable, fidgety as you come in, and give you a little wave.
Henry waves back.
I know you cannot really make yourself comfortable here, but make yourself at home, I guess.
Of course. Take it you're not a big cold weather, or maybe just a snow person.
It's fucking freezing. I assume everyone is doing okay. You're alright. You don't look like travel treated you too badly.
No, it actually went over pretty well.
Good.
How are you?
I'm alright. I don't know exactly. I know that you don't. We've had this discussion before. That you don't really have the same connection or memory of me as I do with you. So this might seem a bit. And they wave off whatever they're going to say. I just wanted to talk to you first because you helped me so much, and it was a long time ago. But I don't really know how to do this with everyone. But you have done it before, and I know Kian. Well, technically Ophelia knows because I mean she sort of gave me the. Fuck.
Oh. There is a visual processing moment for Henry because he's been listening with rapt attention.
But to Errol saying absolutely
Yes.
nothing.
But he was running through a list of possibilities in his mind. It was a combination of, oh, does he want to fuck me? Does he want to fuck the group? Well, because I guess we could arrange that, maybe not like everybody, but you know what? If Errol wishes to be so bold, and then it has occurred to Henry, oh yeah, I see. Yes, Ian.
Kian specifically. There we go.
So, Henry's processing finally seems to have concluded, all perhaps within the span of a second and also a half. I mean, well, first off, we should start with, before we even go with the whole group, is there another sort of your preferences, name that you want to go by, etc.? If not, that's also alright.
No, I like my name. I don't know. It feels a bit stupid. I don't really want to change all that much. I don't know. It feels a bit better. And I know you don't know, but we talked about it some. I thought because I don't want to change my name or, I mean, I worked a long time to look this good and I don't need to change how I look. I like the idea of, being a woman, but I don't know what I'm supposed to say. And I know we've all been through a bunch of shit, and maybe this is sort of the stupidest way to greet everyone. So, I wanted it to be you, because you have seen me be stupid plenty of times before, and you did not seem to mind too much.
I can be stupid too, so.
I know.
Exactly. Did you want to do pronouns? Which one do you want to use? Because I have an idea, but I will need the pronouns for it.
An idea?
It's a good idea, I swear.
Oh.
I know that doesn't sound reassuring.
Oh, Mr. Goodlove, when you tell me you have an idea, I have learned I should always be nervous. Ophelia has been using she for me.
Is that what you like?
I think so.
All right. Well, my thought. You like the dress you're wearing, yes?
She almost looks insulted. She's been looking away from you for a lot of this, awkwardly, and her gaze snaps to you.
The insulted look is met with a little smirk of gotcha.
Yes, of course I like the dress.
Good. I was thinking we could reintroduce you to the group. I could be the one to, get everybody's attention first, and then we can draw it over to you, and it just could be like a little casual thing. I think they'll understand.
Henry, I love a show as much as anyone, but whatever it is you have planned is making me very nervous.
It's not dramatic. It really is just going to be a pretty regular introduction.
All right, fine. I came to you for help. I will take it.
Trust me.
I do trust you.
Thank you. Henry will be the first one to exit the carriage. Wait to make sure that Errol does follow out behind him before approaching the rest of the group, as he promised. Not in a particularly showy manner, but he is the one to insert himself into the circle of folks that I'm no doubt have surrounded Ophelia.
The moment Henry comes out, Virgil is already waiting for Errol to emerge.
She is just wearing the dress and, no coat, arms crossed, held close to her chest. You know Errol, that's not unusual for Errol to not wear a coat in the cold. But Errol hasn't really ever been one to wear a lot of dresses and skirts.
So, wanted to do a little bit of a reintroduction on Errol's behalf. This is Errol, and I would love for everyone here to please admire the dress she's wearing.
She just stands there next to the baby carriage.
Henry's smiling a lot through all of this, by the way.
Kian just smiles. So nice to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Virgil will walk up, if she'll allow it, and he'll pull the cloak from his shoulders and offer it. If you're cold, you look good.
I don't think it really matches.
He'll just, yeah, that's it.
Well, instead of standing around with it being so cold, Ophelia, do you have tea?
Yes. And she looks over to Errol and gives this little tiny thumbs up. And then we have a bit of firewood, and I'll start a fire, and we can all sit and talk and figure out your next steps. Make yourselves comfortable if you can. Go on, sit down.
Well,
Kian sits down.
can't let you do all the work. I'll get the fire started for you.
Virgil goes over back to Orna, and we'll just start brushing out her mane.
If Errol joins and sits outside, Ox will sit next to Errol. I think the cut of that dress looks really good on you.
Errol looks over to you and smiles for the first time, adjusts the collar a little bit. Thank you. I think that's where we'll end our session for tonight.
I'm so glad she told us that.
It's I desperately was like, how do I affirm her without sounding horny? Inappropriately.
I don't think I would mind if you were
I
horny.
just think it wouldn't come out of my mouth the way I intended.
Trying to win nothing either way. You've been building up a railroad, laying rails and stakes and wood. You've been building up a railroad, like it'll do you any good. When that train is on the tracks, we can put all this at our backs.
Yeah, you pull back the door to the carriage.
I missed her.
She's so perfect.
She's so powerful she got into the narration.
Yeah, how did she?
Like Scar.